What's up, all you beautiful people? It's me, your boy, the Vaslap. What's up, guys? It is Monday. It is FM Manager Monaco Youth Challenge. And for the first time in quite some time, I'm doing a transfer special. That's right. Now, I haven't played at all for the transfers. I don't know what's going to happen. So I haven't pre-recorded something and just doing a little intro. I'm literally going into the dark. And the only thing that I have done is made some sales, which we will talk about before we get into any transfers. And before that, though, make sure you hit subscribe, get notified. You know the jazz. I'm not going to bore you anymore with more words and stuff. This video could be 20 minutes long. It could be 5 minutes long. I don't know. Let's see where it takes us on the transfer special. Without further ado, let's run the intro. Ladies and gentlemen, it's happened. We're here, preseason. We're gearing up, rather, for the new season. We've got a couple of friendlies lined up for us. Brand new season. We never got a season review, which is a little bit annoying, but I guess something happened. I don't know. We are playing Champions League football, potentially. We're in the qualifiers, so we'll see how that all goes about. I have done some transfer news. Before I get into any of them, I'm going to just show you how I've mapped out the squad for next season. Now, you might notice one or two new faces in the starting 11. In the starting 13, which I currently have, you'll notice a few more unfamiliar faces. We're going to start off at the goals. We've got our brand new goalkeeper. Of course, we signed him beginning of last season. He only came this season, though, but we've got Robin Risser coming in. And if we compare him to, let's say, last season's Zhao, which I can't, but if we compare him to what we currently have, who is our best goalkeeper at the moment, is Jules Stakwicki, you can see Robin Risser is a good goalkeeper, solid goalkeeper, the best that we currently have in the squad. I still might want to pursue Restus, but we'll get to that. Defense-wise, it's going to be the same back three that I ended off the season with. Decore, Traore, and Mawisa. Those three are going to continue in that sort of reign. The other guys that I've brought up is Matsima. He was on loan last season. Christian Matsima played very well at Clermont. 20 games, 2 goals, 689. Not a bad replacement there. We also then have this guy, Moka Bakila. Now, he doesn't have a face pack. I haven't updated the face packs yet. I apologize. I will do that at some point, I guess. But he is very, very good as a libero. 17 years old. If we just compare him with Traore, who's playing as sort of that libero, you can see he's not that far off the pace when it comes to, well, he's faster than him on the pace, but he's not that far off. He's just as a defender. So he's a decent replacement. 17 years old, possibly one for the future. I didn't mention the goalkeeper, right? He also doesn't have a face, but we'll get him. This is the goalkeeper. Yeah, just a backup goalkeeper. Probably not going to keep him if we get in Restus. And then another youngster we're bringing up is Dan Sanate. Now, Dan here was on, hasn't been on loan. I wanted to send him on loan last season. Did play 2 games for the B team, some friendlies. He looks like he could potentially be a very strong defender in the future if he gets game time. He is the only other left-footed defender that we have. There's a couple of clubs that want him. I might sell him and try and replace him with someone a bit better. Because our current left-sided back is Mawisa, who is very, very good. But if I can get a better replacement, I mean, I will take it, I'll take it. Then in the defensive, the wing-backs, let's go with wing-backs. We've got Ilan Sabang. Ilan Sabang, a very good young prospect, 18-year-old Senegalese Frenchman. He's probably going to be the first team right back. We've got, of course, we had Issal Traore because he was over 22, so we don't have him. And Platret didn't want to renew his contract, so he had to go. And then his backup will be Jibril Moumen. Now, Jibril Moumen, I think, could potentially become a better player than what we currently have. But they're both 18, and I feel like Sabang is just currently a better player. So I'm going to go with Sabang. But that also, again, is not a natural wing back. We don't really have any natural wing backs, so we are going to start training some guys in wing back position. On the left, no changes. Quatara and De Lima will be our two lefters. And then defensive midfielder, I am going to start with Bondo. I think on paper, Bondo is a really good player. I think he should be probably one of our best DMs that we have. Of course, his backup will be Khalid Fayed, who had a fantastic season last season. Ignore the ratings. DMs don't ever get good ratings, but 2 goals, 2 assists, and a man of the match. Not a bad showing from Fayed, but I think Bondo, on paper, should be the better player. So I'm going to trust my gut and go with Bondo on this one. Then the centre mids, we're going to go with Ben Segur and Gunnar Duath. Duath as the box-to-box midfielder, had a fantastic end to the last season. And Ben Segur as advanced playmaker. If there's an option out there, I probably will take it. We do have Bubare as his backup, who is also very, very good. But again, I feel like they should be better when they're just not. Maybe they need to develop better. And then Bamba will be the box-to-box midfielder replacement. We are currently training him in there. He's not very good. So if I do find someone in the market, we will probably go for him. And then up front, we have a lot of firepower in the ranks. Logbo will continue where he is on the right with Bulgari on the left. Fantastic play from both those ones. Bulgari came into the squad late, but what an impact did he have. 17 games, 6 goals, 1 assist. Fantastic little reply from him. Logbo, probably, my opinion, our signing of the season. 12 goals, 1 assist. He was fantastic up front. But we do have a lot of firepower on the bench. Killian Dong, training him as a striker. Started training him towards the end of last season. He could be a potentially fantastic left-footed striker, as well as Juju. We're going to keep him on the bench. He is 21. He is turning in March next year to 22. So we have him for 1 more season at least. And then we also have 2 very good youngsters, 2 very, very good youngsters. Lorenzo Carvalho. Now, Lorenzo here has the makings to be one heck of a player, one hell of a striker for us on the right-hand side. Problem is, he just got called up to the Portuguese under 19s. So I'm hoping, under 20s, sorry. I'm hoping he can switch allegiance and play for France. Because if he chooses Italy, we'll have to sell him. And then another guy that I'm super excited about is Efekele, Congolese Frenchman. Same sort of issue I have with him. I think he got called up to the he called up to the French under 20s. So I was quite happy about that. But he needs to stay there. That's the problem. He looks like he could be. I think he might possibly be better than Juju right now. I mean, if we compare these two, Juju and him, I mean, you can see the attacking sectors at the bottom. That is ridiculous. Attribute-wise, I mean, there's an argument to say he is better than Juju. Juju is just getting the nod because of age. And then we still have 2 open slots. We have 2 open slots. I do want to get another goalkeeper in. I think that is main thing. I do want to try and find another defender because at the moment we only have 6 and we use 3 defenders in the team. So if I have that 7th defender, it could help. And then, a wing back. I think we need a wing back on the right. Definitely need a wing back on the right. I do rate Sabang and I do rate Moomin, but they need to develop, and I don't think I have the time to develop these guys at the moment. And then just the last man on that list, Abura, he is getting a bid on him. He might be leaving to Chelsea for 800,000. Let's have a look at the transfers, what we've done so far in the transfer history. It started last month. We did sell a few guys off there. We sold Kevin Situ for 250,000 pounds to Toulouse. Not a big loss, in my opinion. I don't think Situ was that good of a player as a centre-back. So he did go out. And Sumano was another striker. He just didn't score goals for us, man. 7 played, 0 goals, 0 assists. We bought him for 625. We sold him for 700 to Saint Etienne. They've put him straight into the second team. So that was interesting. And then, of course, the only signing we have is Rissa for that. But we have sold a few players and some big names you will notice there. Akulichi, of course, 22 years of age. We had to sell him. Khan were the only team that wanted to bid for him. 2.7 is the best I could have got him. He was valued as 3 million. So I feel like we did all right with that one. It goes up to 3.3 if he gets all the extras. Richie Valme, I didn't want to sell him. I actually had an option to trigger his contract extension. When I did, he became super angry with me. Eventually, I was forced to sell him. So that was unfortunate. A very good centre-back, and I feel like he could have been my libero going into the new season. We sold him for 700,000, which I feel is a good offer. 1.7 rising. One of the biggest heartaches was Turner Balade, but he is 22 years old, so we were forced to sell him. The team that beat us in the Coupe de France final, Stade Reims, 1.8 million. We bought him for 2.5 million from last season. He was a stop-go option. He was the best of the lot. I had to sell him, unfortunately. Then a couple of other signings, very non-essential signings. Jean Tiqueras, the striker, never really did well for us. Alan Zaddy, the goalkeeper, also went to Stade Reims. Yanez Bonabach, of course, he went to Clemens. He was a youth player. Eden Diop, of course, he was on loan at Porto last season with a mandatory fee of 1.6 million. Mohamed Bamba, he left on a free transfer. Didn't want to renew his contract. Also average player, 21 years of age. He was turning 22 in February. Could have kept him, but he wasn't that good. And then Jan Leonard, our backup goalkeeper from last season, he turns 22 in March, and I didn't want to have that issue of finding a replacement in the January transfer market for a backup goalkeeper. He is still a good goalkeeper. I do rate him. He's gone off to Spal. In terms of what we're looking at, in terms of players, in terms of offers that I currently have done, I have not done any. We do have 3 more potentially players going out in the likes of Yannick Dodo, loan, just to develop. I think he could be potentially a very good striker, just sending him out on loan to get better. And Joris Silvestri, midfielder, who I did think could break into the first team, but they've come in with a decent offer, a loan offer. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to take it. I'm going to do it. And then, like I said, Bora's got 4 options available. He's declined all of them. He's waiting for a work permit for Chelsea. Now, in terms of the budget, we do have 13.1 million with a wage budget of 279,080. We're currently committed to a wage budget of 269. So we have about 10,000 to spend a bit. We can adjust it to make the wage budget a little bit more, but I kind of want the 13 million. For the first time ever, we hit a profit. We've gone down to 7 million after the month end, which wasn't ideal. In terms of players that I desperately want, I just need to raise funds, is Julius Restus here. I think Restus still probably one of the best young goalkeepers in the industry. I don't have 31 million. However, and this is where the transfer special comes in, we're going to try and loan him. He's got first team commitments. He's their backup goalkeeper. So if we can offer him the full 100,000, and offer him a little bit of money, maybe a 1K, will you take 1K? And he will be our first team goalkeeper, first choice goalkeeper. And the loan cannot be terminated. I like that idea. And they're not happy with that at all. Maybe if I can, betting 10,000 is a lot of money. It's going to be 58,000 pounds we're spending a month. Times that by 12, that is 600k. It's almost 700k. I mean, it's not bad for a loan. You know what? I'm going to actually increase it. I'm going to go for 20. I'm going to double it. We'll spend the 1.2 million. I think it's worth it. I think he's such a good goalkeeper. Right, so that is one person we're trying to loan. Another one I was trying to loan is Lenny Yaro. I think Lenny Yaro could be a great addition. However, they want a lot of money for the loan. The overall price comes to 60 million because we have to have a mandatory fee of 38.5 million. I cannot afford that. And I don't think we can afford it at the end of the season unless we go on a mammoth Champions League run, which is plausible with the new system. It can be done, but 38.5 million, it will take a huge chunk of our transfer market next season. So I'm holding up on this one just for now because we do need to focus on other areas with the wing back coming into play. And there's this guy, Sail Kumbedi, who looks amazing. He looks amazing. And he is the type of guy that I do want to make an offer for. He is valued at 1.1 to 1.4. I'm going to try and get away with 2.5. Because, I mean, that is ridiculously low. for this upgrade. They want more. They want way more than I was willing to give. I'm not going to give you that. I'll give you 3 million, and I'll give you 4 installments of 4 million. That's 7 million in total. They'll take that. Get in, son. Get in, son. Another player that I did have a look at is Yassine Chaib. But because both our left wings are 20 and 21, going to be 20 and 21 by the end of the season, potentially for next season, this guy, I'm going to keep tabs on him. The other player I did want, but he's not willing to come to me, is Mohamed Ali Cho. As a striker, a left-footed striker, I think he could be absolutely fantastic. Big question is if we need another striker, so I am just waiting a little bit on that one. And then Desiree Doué as the centre mid option, as a backup to box-to-box guy, Gwyneth Duarte, there we go. I think he could be very, very good. He's just very, very expensive. And when I try and go for loan, they want a lot of money. There we go. They want 1.2 million unused monthly fee. That is a lot of money. 20 million as well. Mandatory fee of 13 million. Maybe an option. Maybe an option. I still want to scour the recruitment, see what's happening. We do have some recruitment focuses in that area. That's where I found Desiree Doué, by the way. This guy also popped up on my radar as Silidia. He is valued very, very highly at 56 million, which is a huge chunk of money. When I tried and loaned him, they didn't want to give me a loan because of his first team commitments, but he looks like he could be absolutely fantastic. 22, though. Oh, he turned 22. Oh, he turned 22 in May. Oh, man. Why are you on my under 21 list? Annoying. Anyway, we're going to keep looking for players. Like I said, we are looking for a goalkeeper, defender, and a wing back. I think those three are the main sort of things that we need to get in. We have made offers for 2 of them, goalkeeper and the wing back. I'm going to have a quick look for defenders. Maybe I find something. We'll just go to our scouted players. Do we have any good centre-backs that we have scouted? Bichuabi, I know he is actually pretty good. Why? Is he gone to RB Leipzig? They bought him from PSG last season. That's interesting. He is very good, and he is left-footed. Did they loan him? He's available for loan. Well, he's interested in a loan at least. The monthly contributions would be too high. This guy popped up on my scouted list. He is listed for loan. He does look very, very good. He is a right-footed player, though. How much do they want for him? Can I make an offer for him? 4.8. I loan him. I mean, they don't want a lot. I think he could be a decent little... Not as a wide centre-back. You're not going as a wide centre-back. Because as soon as you choose wide centre-back, then they get upset when you don't sign them. I'm going to keep having a look, though. I think we might find somebody else. I do like the looks of Jeremy Jacquet. Maybe as a potential replacement, long-term replacement, maybe, for my centre-back on the right-hand side, who I can't seem to find now. Did I pass him? A little bit better. Who is on my right? It is Matsima, isn't it? It's the Corre. Where's Matsima playing? He's in my backup. He's my backup. Okay. That's a good comparison then. Let's have a look, though. We might find somebody else. Speed. He has never played for France. He's got 0 caps, 0 goals. He has been called up to the French team, though. Didn't play a game, though. And I like him. Koulibaly. He's left-footed as well. Compare him to Traore. I mean, he's way better than Traore. Will he come to us on loan? And that is the dying question. How much do they want for a loan? They don't want a lot. They want a little bit more if I'm going to play him out of position. That's fine. That's not a bad offer. That'll be 2. If I can get both those defenders, that would actually be a huge... Well, for DMs, I have found Andy Joof. from Lens. He looks pretty good. He is 21. He's only turning 22 next season. I think as a loan, he might just be what I'm looking for. Don't want to buy him. I just want to loan him for the end of the season. They're happy with that. I think he could be very good as a backup centre mid. Burnley have a left winger. Can play striker as well. From Martinique. When is the last time you ever bought someone from Martinique? He doesn't look bad at all, though. He is right-footed, though. And I don't need a striker, Vaz. I don't need a striker. Not yet, anyway. Not yet, anyway. Don't mind me. I'm just going to go through my list and have a look at other potential players that I could potentially sign. Well, I have found William over here. Mikkel Bransier. I don't know how you pronounce his name. He looks very, very good. And if I compare him with, was it Jacquet? No, he wasn't the right back. Who was the right back that I looked at? Oh, he's not on that list. We compare him with Sail, the other guy we made an offer for. Not miles ahead, is he? If Sail rejects us, this might be the option we go for. I'm going to keep tabs on him. I like him. You know, just add to shortlist for now. I do like him. His potential's a bit low. Doesn't really have any bad cons, except he's injury prone. What's your injury history like, bud? You had a hip injury 2 years ago, twisted ankle, and last year bruised knee. Not too bad. Not too bad. The hip injury is bad, but the rest isn't too bad. Right, so we didn't really find anybody else. I've smashed continue. I've got this guy. He is interested in negotiating with us. He wants between 8 and 11 before I enter negotiations, just to give you an idea of where all of our players sit when it comes to contracts. The most we have is 54,000, which is a lot of money. But most of the guys are sitting between 9 and 8. That's kind of where I want to go through, because we don't really have... I want to keep the wages low. The Kore, Logbo, and Duath are exceptionally high, but they're such good players, so I kind of need to spend that money on them rather. So ideally, if I can get him for less than 10, that would be great. That's what he's expecting. He wants to be a squad player, which is fantastic. I mean, that's fine. You can be an important player next season. You're going to be an important player this season, but it's fine. You'll be a squad player. He wants 9 to start off with. And after 20 games, he gets it. I'm going to take that out. I'm going to see if I can just maybe increase that a little bit. Increase that. Increase your appearance fee and your clean sheet bonuses. Will you take 9? It's jumped up to 11. He's locked in 5 years, which, I mean, you're not going to get a 5-year contract from me anyway, but, I mean, it's fine. Increase that a little bit. Once 11. Will you take 10.5? We'll take 10.5. About $1,500 more than I wanted, but he is such a good player. He is a good player, and we do need a right back. Koulibaly has accepted the loan. That's great news. Diouf has accepted the loan. That's great news. I want Restus. That's the one I need to confirm. Right, so they have renegotiated to 90,000. I can't afford the 11,000 a month. Well, they said no, and it's been renegotiated down. So I'm going to offer them a lot of more money. I have that 13 million that I can spend. So, you know what? 925, and because he's never going to be unused, so it doesn't make a difference. So we'll push this up to 2.5 million. No. Maybe I give them more. 5 million. We'll give them 5 million if we use him as an unused sub. He's never going to be unused. Let's try that. Let's try that. That's, I think, the most I can possibly go. Don't think I can go further than that. So PSG want to sign Roman Robert. He's one of my youth intake guys that I got in. He's a Portuguese Frenchman. Attacking midfielder. He's valued at 6.2 million. He is very, very good attacking midfielder. They're giving me 1 million. No. Oh, I can't sell him. I can't sell him. Nope, not going to do it. They've rejected the offer again, and it's decreased again to 80%. It's getting less and less because we've signed 2 players. Okay, I'm going to try again. I might be selling if that Burma might be leaving, which I'll help with the wages a little bit. I'm going to cancel for now. I'm going to come back to this. But in other news, Koulibaly has decided to join us. We're paying 16.5 thousand, all his wages. Very good signing. I need him. Yoris is leaving the building. We'll be getting $300 a week at least off the wages. He's on loan. This is a good signing. This is a very good signing. Koulibaly joins Monaco. Left-footed left back. I think he's a good signing. Let's train you as a ball-winning defender. And defend. Let's go. We'll do the focuses and stuff later. Good signing. Good signing. And Juf is also coming. 1.6 million we're spending on him. It's a lot of money, but I think he's very good. He'll be a good box-to-box midfielder. I think he would be actually very good as a box-to-box midfielder. Good backup player to Duoth, I think. Good backup player to Duoth. They're all coming. Dodo is now, he's leaving the building. That's $1,000 off the wage budget, which is great. All right, so we've got our new signings in. Let's slot them into the team. Koulibaly will come in for Mawisa. I think Mawisa, the weak link of the three, which means Sonate will drop. And Juf will come in for Bamba. I think that is exactly what we wanted. Exactly what we wanted, which does mean I could potentially sell Bamba and Sonate. Sonate, I mean, he's 18 years old. He's only worth 500,000. I don't really want to think long term. I kind of want to finish this now, type of thing. You know, when is Koulibaly? I didn't check when Koulibaly turns 22. Oh, he's only 20. That's fine. That's fine. I'll keep them around. I'll keep them around as backup players for now. Still need that goalkeeper, though. But in terms of our wage budget now, we are overspending our wage budget by a lot. We are 1,607 over the wage budget. We do sell, if we do sell Burma, what's his name? Burma, Burna, we do get 550 back off it. So maybe we do need to sell the others because we just signed another player at 10,000. He's coming to us, guys. Guaranteed. We just got our right back. I need to go sell some players, don't I? I need to get rid of some players. Did I overspend? It's something we need, right? It's something we need. I'm going to go and have a look at my squad and see who we can sell off. Right, so I am back. I have offered out some players. I have gotten an offer for one player, Mokabakila, who is in my first team. He is a backup defender. I don't want to sell him. I want to actually develop him at the club, so I am going to reject that. They're not paying much of his wages, so it doesn't help me anyway. I want to loan Eldaji Bamba. What position do you play? You're also a midfielder. Are you the one? You're not the one in my first team. Are you? Are you the one in my first? Eldaji Bamba. It is him. I kind of want to sell him if I'm going to be honest. You know what? If you give me full 100%, non-negotiable, I'll take the rest. I don't want to do that. Well, Burner's out of the building. He's gone to Chelsea, which is great news. And then I did get this little message here. Juju is targeted by Mets. Now, Juju is someone that I might consider selling, considering he's 21 years old. He does turn 22 in March, which means for the second half of the season, we probably can't use him, or we won't be able to use him. And we do have a lot of other strikers who can play in that position. So he might be someone that I wouldn't mind selling off. Let's see what happens. Mets, make that offer. Give me the 8 million and I'll be happy. But in other news, we've signed another centre-back to replace the ones that we are losing. We'll take Jeremy Jacquet. He is our libero replacement for Traore. I think he's a much better player than Traore, and I think Our defense and our goalkeeper was one of the biggest weaknesses last season. We were conceding so many goals. I just think we didn't have the right defenders in place. Good backup, solid backup. That's what he is. That's what he's going to be as. Traore is going to start the season. I am going to start Traore as the starter. I think Jeremy is going to be just our backup type of player. They've offered Ilan Traore a trial. They want to take him on trial. You know what? Yeah, take him on trial. If he's good, we'll sell him. If you guys want him, buy him, buy him. Please. Please buy him. Please. So, when I saw Mets offered for Juju, I was like, let me try and offer him out. Here's my answer. It's going to end badly. This is going to end badly. I know what's best, man. I don't want to leave. I'm going to insist, buddy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know you're angry. I know you're angry, but I offered a whole lot of players. We've gotten some good feedback on some of these guys. Dan Sonate offering me 300,000 potentially. Get some good money in per league. I am going to accept that. You can go to Auxerre. That's a good offer. PSG offered Freddie Val. Oh no. I want to keep this man. He looks like he could be a fantastic French striker. He's 15 years old. I don't want to get 775,000, but if you're a permanent contract, buddy, like you're the guy I want to keep. 8 grand. Yeah, you can go. You can go. 15 years old. You can go. Right, we've got some offers for Bamba. Nantes, 325. Strasbourg, 275. Both giving me percentage of profit for next sale. We can go to Nantes, and then Strasbourg can counter that if they want to. Cordor, another player that I'd say he can go. We'll accept that offer. Celia is another one that I said he can go. A lot of guys from my B team, basically. You guys need to match 21. Sorry. Yeah. I don't know why it didn't give me the option for all the others, but only him. No offers for these 8 players. Well, Juju, I'm going to now transfer list him. I'm going to try again. I want 8. We'll go with 8. For Juju. These guys, let's see what we can do with them. Right, so we have managed to sell 2 players. Malik Silla is out of the building. We will be saving some money off him. And our youngster, Freddie Viel, he was on a youth contract, but he's gone. But we do get 775,000 for that, which does help quite a bit. It does mean I can adjust the wage budget now to be within reason. It does only mean that I have only, I think about 5 billion. I think we can confirm to that. Yeah. 5 million with 30,000 in the bank. It doesn't help us, though, because it's not enough to sign the goalkeeper we want. I think if I sell Juju, it might help a lot. Here's some huge news, guys. Huge news. It's going to put us into debt, but we're getting a goalkeeper if he accepts the loan. They've accepted the loan. Come on, rest us. Tell me you want to come to Monaco. Tell me you want to be a first-team goalkeeper. Please. 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 Oh, if we can sign him. If we can make 40 million by the end of the season. Oh, that'll be amazing. That'll be amazing. Well, we have some offers for Juju. I went to the intermediaries, you know what they're called. And they promised me between 5 and 6 million. The best outcome is 1.9. But I'm going to accept that. I'm going to accept the 1.9. AZ must do the same. I'm then going to try a little bit of negotiating tactics here. Offer via transfer market. We'll offer him at 5 million. Hopefully someone bites and makes that offer. Right, so here is the problem. Which I hate. I've got to raise 6 million from sales to get Restus. He wants to come. I just don't have 12 million to spend on him currently. We're going to make a plan. I'm going to delay it. Hopefully we can get the sale of Juju done. Then all these offers, once they're originally done, it should take won't be close to anything 6 million wise. Is it 6 million? About 5 million. We need to sell Juju. We might need to sell one of our other star players. This is not good, ladies and gents. I'll make a plan. I need to sign Restus. Restus is probably going to be key for us in terms of goalkeeping. Right, ladies and gents. So, the board have informed me that they've decreased the wage budget to 1.4 million. And that's as far as I can go because we are crippling debt. I need to raise 12 million from somewhere. Players that I'm selling just don't want to leave. So, I can sell this clause for 17.28 million from DSE. Now, the thing is, if I don't sell the clause in, 5 years' time or 4 years' time, I could potentially get 18 million. But I'm not planning on being here for the next 5 years because I have to leave in the next 4. I'm going to sell this clause. That will raise some money. The other two that I can potentially sell, this one is for 500,000. It's not really worth it because I'm getting 800,000 at the end of the year. So if I need to, I can sell it. And Valme is another one which I probably will sell if it's in 3 years' time. I'll get that 270. I'll get the that's 260. A lot more than 272, that's for sure. But this one I think is a decent one to sell out. They only give me 1.72 in the transfer budget, which I hate them for that. Well, guys, that is the end of the transfer special. We've reached our first game of the season. We are taking on Sporting in the Champions League, and I've made a decision. I'm not going to show the first game in this Champions League. I'm going to show the first game of the league and maybe the second leg of the Champions League. It's not really Champions League, it's qualifier, so it's not that big of a game. So I'm going to just skip it. Well, I'm going to play it off camera, and hopefully we get a good result in the second leg. When I'll show you guys if it's a tight one to contest, if it's a foregone conclusion, then we'll leave it out. It is just qualifiers, so it's not really Champions League. So I've decided to just skip that, and hopefully we can make it into Champions League, or if not, we'll be in Europa, I think. I think we go into Europa if we don't qualify here, or Conference League, one of the two. I think we just drop down into that league. But with that being said, in terms of transfers, we had to give up on Restus, unfortunately. Christian Matsima will be out of the way. I didn't realize he was 22 years old. Saint Etienne want him. They've bid 2.1 million. I've accepted it. He was valued at 3 million, so he has to go. Bit of a sad one. I liked him as a defender. I think he was very, very good, but he has to go. And then other news, we didn't sign anyone else in that time that I was trying to sign Restus. We don't have money to sign anyone. We didn't sign anybody out. It's pretty much a very boring video in terms of just me basically crying about money. We are in the profit, though. After we're selling that clause, we have gone up, and we are making steady increase in profits, which is fantastic. Hopefully, January we'll have some money to play with. I doubt it, but let's see how that goes. Anyway, that is all the time we have for you guys. It's been an epic transfer market in terms of just trying to scrape money together, scrape some quality players together. This youth challenge is so difficult. It is so difficult. And I didn't realize when I chose, well, you don't choose Monaco. You have to do it with Monaco. I didn't realize the financial situation you'd be in after releasing all those over 21 players and foreign players. It really hits you hard. And, you know, last season I made some transfers that maybe I shouldn't have done. The likes of Gura, 50,000 is a lot to be on a weekly wage, especially for a team that's struggling to get some money. But sometimes you need to make those sacrifices to get anywhere. But I'll see you guys next week, Monday, for some football action. I'm your boy, the Vaslup. Make sure you leave a comment or two. Tell me about the financial. Maybe you've got some tricks that I don't know to get some money in quickly, because I'm trying everything I can. I've sold some players. I've even upset Juju, who was my star player. I'm even considering maybe selling Logbo, who is valued quite highly, or Ben Seguri. I mean, he's valued at 40 million. If I can get 40 million, there's my financial problem. It's all gone. But even though we only keep 1%, so I'll only get 4 million out of that into the transfer kitty. But anyway, it helps the club financially, which is my key thing that I need to do. So let me know in the comments if you have any key items. I think hit the thumbs up while you're down there. The comments, it's right next to it. So it's so close. You can just hit the thumbs up. It doesn't cost you anything, and it helps me a heck of a lot. So please do that, guys. For me, your boy, the Vaslup. Till next time, peace and chicken grease.